Alrighty. Here I is, I am back. Alright. Delving in.
We're all set to go to Mesa City.
It had been a while since I'd been back in the U.S. Next up, the notorious mugshot. Ruthless muscle of the fiendish five. What he lacked in brains, he definitely made up for in brawn. Turns out he wasn't always that way. He grew up as the run of the litter. A neighborhood weakling. The only friends he could turn to were usually found on the big screen. It was there that he spotted his first gangster, and he knew instantly that that's what he wanted to be. He spent the rest of his youth working real hard to get there, fueled on his dreams of great power and respect. With enough perspiration, he realized that dream. He'd become a hard-boiled, street-brawling, tough-as-nails gangster, ensuring that he'd never be picked on or pushed around again. So he's holed up in Mesa City, huh? I've always wanted to go to that thriving American boom town.
Alrighty, we are.
Hey, Sly, I thought you said Mesa City was going to be loud and busy. This looks more like a ghost town.
Something's happened. Where is everyone?
I don't know, but it's starting to give me the creeps. What do you say we take off?
And miss all the fun? Besides, I want to try out that new move I got from Raleigh's section of the Thingus Raccoomogoocus.
You mean the ninja spire jump?
Yeah, do me a favor and read me the instructions again.
To landeth safely upon diminutive points, leapeth lively and presseth the triggering device with the round geometrical object emblazoned upon it.
So jump and hit the circle button to land on narrow spots.
That's a rough translation.
Oh, that was unfortunate. I thought I had died. But apparently not. level seems darker than it normally is. But that might be just my memory. I could have sworn there was a bit more yellow to it. Yellow as in maybe a little bit brighter. I guess this is fitting, considering it's supposed to be, you're a thief and you're doing this at night, so... It's a darn. That's darn eggs. That's darn eggs. Okay.
What's with those flashing lights?
The latest in high-tech security. Electronic floor sensors. Step on them and you're a goner.
Nice touch.
They're safe to walk on while flashing, but it also means they're about to switch to a different sector.
Oh, whoops. Just to give you an idea of how easy the achievements were in the original PS3 remaster of this game, and the PS Vita version, which came out later, but a little while later. But yeah. So back to what I was saying. The achievements were so easy, where you pretty much got everything if you just went for all the saves, and that's it. Like, all you had to do was just basically play the game normally, for the most part. I mean, some people would just say play the game normally, just beating the levels, not really caring for the clues or opening the vaults, which I get that. But I consider it playing the game normally to go for everything, since you get the actual ending of the game when you get all the clues and open all the vaults. So that being said, yeah, there was like an achievement for a trophy for every time you opened a vault. And the funny thing is with the trilogy is that the achievements the trophies were so well timed when they would unlock. Like, as soon as Sly would pick up a piece, like one of the items in the vault, and Bentley would read it off to him, and all of a sudden, like, you just see the trophy pop up when you. And anyone who's played on PS3, they know that the trophies have a delay on that console. Like, they delayed them perfectly. Like, they had it so, like, the trigger would activate at a certain point. So as soon as, like, Bentley would start telling you what the page you got was about, it would just pop up. So, yeah. Like, the one in this level, like, the one you get in this level, or one I usually get in this level by this time, is called Top of the Morning. But yeah, there was, like, one for every save. Getting an upgrade to the dive moves, just so you can do this. That was a gold for some weird reason. Yeah, there was a trophy just for booting up the game. And another one for collecting your first coin. Like, they just went all out with it for some weird reason. And that's what I'm missing some. That's fine. I should have been paying more attention to what I was saying than what I was saying, but yeah. I don't think it's really possible to go backwards. Or it is, but it's just very difficult due to how the terrain is. Oh, definitely not. Like, I remember having trouble trying to go back at one point with that portion with the hooks. Like, I couldn't get across for some weird reason. But it's no biggie. This level does definitely feel darker than it did. Maybe the PS3 collection basically made it lighter, and that's why I'm thinking. I remember these games being very dark on my on PS2, but that was because, like they said, one of the dev commentaries, people have different TVs, and the first Sly Cooper game I played was actually Sly 2, and I got Sly 1 very shortly after because it was just about Christmas. And yeah, I tried playing Sly 2 on the living room TV we had at the time, but because it was such an old TV, like I couldn't see anywhere in the introductory level for that. Like at one point, I knew I was on like a bouncing, like something like some sort of like a bouncing object. I think it was like a drum, if I remember right in that level. There's like a drum right in the center of the room you can jump on, and it springs you up to where you need to go. But I couldn't see anything. Like, it was so dark, we tried turning up the brightness and everything like that, it wouldn't do anything. So finally, I had to stop playing, take the PS2 out, and then we had to hook it all up in the kitchen, because for some weird reason we had a TV in the kitchen. I had to play on that. That's where my PS2 was then. It was like that for a while, until they moved, like my PS2 was moved in my parents' room for some weird reason. And then eventually it came to my room. Probably when my parents, it was around the time my parents were starting to have some bouts, like, not bouts, but like they weren't getting along in their marriage. So, yeah. Anyways, what am I doing? That's right. The police. I think I already got everything over there, because I don't need to sync the house over there. And again, that's probably where it is, so who knows. Did you get the one up there? Maybe you have to use let's see. And again, they may not be rendered. Alright, well there you go.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. A little bit of higher mathematics and voila! Dial in 314. Outstanding! You've uncovered Rob McCooper's patented explosive hat technique. Use the triangle button to toss your cap. Then use the triangle button again to detonate it. Better back off to a safe distance first.
Yeah, so basically as soon as Bentley would have started reading that, I would have gotten a trophy on PS3. But yeah, that one would have been called Top of the Morning. This is the only move that I think if I remember right, can actually hurt you. So you can commit suicide with that if you wanted to for some weird reason. I will say this, a lot of the moves in this game aren't really any good uses for them. But that being said, it's just nice to have. Get everything, you know? Collecting things is fun. dog-eat-dog world.
Well, this mugshot certainly isn't shy. Okay, so we know he's here somewhere, but how are we supposed to find him? Mesa City is a big place.
Given that he's a bulldog, it seems only reasonable to assume that he'd choose to live in a giant fire hydrant.
That's some sound logic, Sly. Now you just need to find a way to break into the building's base.
Oh, I'm sure I'll think of something.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go torture myself by taking care of one of the worst things in this game first. Mutts and monsters.
Hurry, what's going on down there?
Well, I drove to this hot dog stand for a quick snack, and the next thing you know, I'm getting challenged to a race by these gangster dogs.
Is there a key in it for the winner?
Yeah, 3 times around the track for a key.
It's all you, man. Drive the van with the left analog stick. And if you manage to pick up any nitro power-ups, you can get a boost by pressing the square button. Go get them.
I'm on it.
Help that was Bill texting something when that happened. The race started, so. Yeah, I am not a fan of these races. I don't think anybody's a fan of these races. I've never heard anybody defend the races in this game. Thankfully, there's only 2, but still, that's just too many. hate that they can destroy the nitros on you. Especially since it's your only hope of being able to catch up to first place, because everyone moves at pretty much the same speed. I wonder how speedrunners feel about this level, or like the other racing level, because there's not really any way you can go faster in this. Like, there's no techniques making that. There's no real skill. Most of it is just trying to get to the nitros if you can, and boosting as soon as you get it, because there's no other way you're going to catch up to first place. Wow. Okay. Not unless somehow they glitch out, that they glitch out or something, but yeah. Or you cut a corner like that, but even then, it's not the best way to do it, though it does help. It's the mariachi band first for the instant too. Not sure if that's like how it usually is, if it's scripted or not. Yes. All right. One second. I'll just send a message to somebody real quickly. More importantly, it's my dad. I need to tell him something real quickly. There you go.
Furry is in position to make a run for this key.
Okay, so what do I do?
Provide some covering fire for him with that blasting station.
Sweet.
Use the left analog stick to aim and press the square button to fire.
I'll do my best.
Apparently, a lot of people have problems with these ones, like as much as the racing ones, which I get.
Let's go, Sly. Oh no.
But I don't find these ones that bad. I remember when I played this on an emulator last year, and some of the achievements I got for this game were actually really funny. Like, there's like an achievement for, like, they made an achievement for being able to beat this, and what they wrote was amazing. I can remember getting like meme images for some of the achievements too. It was great.
I'm half done. Oh, thanks.
Right in the face.
Almost there. No. All right.
Yeah, I have no problem with those. Well, I know one person who has a problem with those, that with like that level. I know, and like I said, there's like an achievement where they said that was like really annoying. I've never had that much of an issue with those ones, though I can understand why people would. Nobody got to see me do that last time I streamed this game because pretty much I accidentally stepped on that thing like I did this time. And then I decided to end the game. Well, when I came back to it, this whole wall was already gone. And, like, someone already set up the car, so yeah, that sucked. But you get to see me do it this time. So just to show something, this goes into a garage, but apparently someone lost control in the garage and crashed their car. I like the storytelling they did with that. I think that's pretty cool.
Nice job getting in, but look out for those guards. Mugshot's got those machine gun-toting dogs hunting like a pack.
This might be a good time to use the mind trick. That would have been funny if it landed on his head. I know that there's a achievement, I think, for basically taking these guys out without triggering the alarm. Without alerting them, without being detected. Throw those there. That's close enough. That's definitely close enough. Sleight of hand. Nice. Just making sure there's no clues I've already forgotten. Back when you put depictions of booze in games, you wouldn't have the age rating go up. Nowadays, I think if you put anything with alcohol in a game, it like all of a sudden like it'll bring the age up a bit. Like so you had a rated E game, and then all of a sudden you had like one character that like that brought up alcohol once, so now it becomes like a rated E10 game. I think that's how it works now. I wonder if this game got the age rating increased at all from anything in this. That was fine like maybe, well, 20 years ago, but is like a little more strict now, I guess you could say. If that's the right term. Okay, you can break Mugshot's legs. You usually get them all before the end anyway.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. Man, I'm getting swift with deciphering these codes. Dial 338.
I think I know what we get this time, but I might be wrong. I think it's the water one.
Okay, this page is from your hyperactive ancestor, B.F.
Nope.
Cooper. He discovered a way to speed up the clock. Perfect for those long stakeouts. Just hold down the triangle button to use it.
God, how much would an ability like this rock to have in real life? Waiting at the doctor's office.
Sly, this giant roulette wheel is spinning too fast to jump counterclockwise around it. You'll have to jump in the other direction to try to land on the green section.
Wow, game lagged a bit from that. That does for all the ones out here, I believe. Yeah, we already got 4. So there's only 3 left for already. Jeez. Okay. Should I just try to do the challenge for this one? Not sure what I should do. Oh, damn it. I was playing and then all of a sudden I got an alert on my phone and I happened to look away for just a second. Of course. I really need to start putting my phone on Do Not Disturb when I'm streaming, because it's a little ridiculous, the amount of things I get, and it would pretty much send a good message to my family that I'm not to be bothered. But that wasn't a family message this time. That was just an email. This nice quick though. Of course, something screws it up. I knew it was going to happen. I knew I jinxed it as soon as I said that. Okay. Try to alarm speed up the clock. There's enough time still left. Okay. Screwed that up. And no, the speed up the clock technique will not help me because it also speeds up the timer. Yep. Screwed that up. Okay. Hate that they have it so now it takes away your lucky charm. Again, I understand why, but still. Whoa. Yeah, I know I can use rewind. I'm not going to though. I want this to be legit. And it's not really legit if I just rewind the timer to undo mistakes. Well, rewind backwards to undo mistakes. I want it to be legit as possible. Just surprised they felt the need to change the achievements, which I get they did. Keep doing that. I wonder if the door automatically opens if you just collect the Master Thief's Sprint Hourglass. Because that would be nice. That way I don't have to keep doing that. Behind here. Like 7 seconds, 6 seconds, something like that. I'm gonna mute my mic just so I don't keep talking, because I feel like that might also be screwing me up, but let me just check one thing. Okay, no, it does not fix the door. I kind of hate how they didn't just keep the pause button where it is and have the select button be be like, well, not the touchpad be the select button. Unfortunately, the actual pause button that you would use to pause on like every other game is instead brings up this. Wait, what does settings do? Reset default. What? Customize button. Oh God, yes. Please, yes. Um. Anyway, I can make it so it's change start and select, or it doesn't seem like there is. Presets. Right stick horizontally. That's gonna be nice. Okay. Enhancements. On change recent region. Jeez. Let's just see what this does first. Oh, okay. So it's basically just change some things about the visuals. Gotcha. It's a bit more blurry now. I'll fix that after. Try and fix that real quickly because apparently I screwed something up. Presets default. This is how it's supposed to be? Sure. Of course, I go right into the light. I wish this level had like one of those big skips that you could do in like one of the earlier levels. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm keeping my life, thank you. There we go, now we're ahead of schedule. Well, might as well play through the level one more time, but just so you guys can hear the commentary.
This is the only level in Mugshot's world that actually is a casino. And originally, when we had set off to make Mugshot's world, it was all going to be casino. We just sort of weren't that interested in doing a whole casino world after doing one.
So we had to find lots of stuff around it. That's why we have buildings outside of it and the rooftop on top of it.
Well, it's just more interesting going through the urban environment than it was kind of making your way through these slot machines and dodging the gangster dogs.
Kind of like real Vegas, where it's interesting for the first time you see it, and for a little while, and then after a while you kind of get numbed.
But it's based on real casinos that have a lot of water and swinging, sparking cables.
Yeah.
That you've seen, real casinos you've been to, over in Tulalip.
No, in fact, it's not. It's not. This level features a couple game mechanics that we use all over the place, but in here it's pretty pronounced, and that's when you get up on top of chandeliers and you're looking down on a guard, where the whole point is to get the drop on your opponent, jump down and smack them in the head with your cane. I think this was the first place we did it, and we use it all over the game, but there's some pretty clear examples in here. And oddly enough, even though you're many, many feet away from your opponent and you can go anywhere, whenever we see people playing, they instinctually bash people in the backs of their heads from above, so it seems to be pretty core to human behavior. Another very core Sly Cooper kind of gameplay concept is what we call M+1, an M standing for mechanic. So when you're playing the second half of this level and you're jumping on those spinning roulette wheels, you'll notice that the first set you're on, they're not dangerous at all. And that's just to teach you sort of what it's like to be on these wheels that have little partitions and they're moving. And then the second one you get to has dangerous tabs in them. So you have to kind of watch out where you're jumping. That's M+1. The +1 is the dangerous tabs. Then you get to the third set of wheels and you're at M+1+2. And the 2 is the laser beams, which you can't cross, so you need to get between the wheels fast. And then you get to the fourth set of wheels, and the wheels are going in the opposite direction. If you sit and you play this game, or the second half, and you really look at how the difficulty is ratcheted up one wheel at a time, it's crazy clear that that's how we try and increase the tension in the gameplay, but not overwhelming the player off the bat with complexity, because you're taught each little mechanic along the way.
Jump in the other direction to try to land on the green section.
Alrighty. So we have to do the time trial for the very first area of this world, but that's that after, maybe after 2 of these levels. There's only a few left, so. Which one is this? Let's do it to the top. So the achievement in this one is pretty easy. You're probably gonna
See
get it.
those neon tubes? I know they look like you
You just
can't climb on them.
knock these
But
down.
with your thieving skills, I bet you could pull it off.
I just thought it was funny the way they added like the guy, like this sounded like one of the dog characters making like a almost as if it landed on them. Checkpoint. A lot of doors up here. And tires. Matter of fact, how do they get the cars up here?
I got a voice-o message for the two-bit Thingus making off with all my treasure keys. You dead, Pally? If I get my hands on you, I'm gonna fit you with your own pair of cement buddy slippers. You hear me? Your lunch mate, join.
Wait, isn't there supposed to be like an introduction to this level? I forget. Like, isn't Bentley supposed to tell you what he thinks you're supposed to do, or? So I don't remember getting it. Okay, enough. One up, please. I think I know where they are. Can't move the camera up or down, so. Gotcha. Yeah,
Press the circle to enter the vault code. You need an IQ of at least 140 to figure this one out. Dial in 468. You found the blueprints for Mugshots additions to Mesa City. With these files, I'll be able to help you find all his clues and breakables. Just look through your binocucom to get the information.
Yep, we're trying for it again. At least they take away the timer for this part. First try. Holy cow.
I did the kind of layout design for this world using Legos.
Wow, what a great depth that is.
Kind of layout design for this world using Legos, and it actually turned out pretty close to what I did. I knew it was going to be a rooftop, so having being kind of constrained by the general blockiness of Legos seemed like it was fine, and it helped me get the elevations worked out, and I found it easier than doing it on paper because of all the, it's going to be done in 3D anyway, so if you're throwing it together with Legos, you can get, kind of hold up to your face and look at it from all these different angles and try and imagine what shots you're going to have in it. So I think it was the only level I did with Legos, but I think it helped a lot.
Compositionally, the level was really fun to work on. It was, once he had the letters done and we knew the elevation, then I went in and even from the very first shot, you'll see that nothing overlaps each other. So the level doesn't feel like extremely super full, but it doesn't feel like it's all a bunch of clutter. And dealing with the NPCs, they were really fun. We had a lot of designs and thought about different ideas that would really relate to the idea of dogs playing poker. The theme,
Yeah.
Everything theme behind it. So you'll see like the dog throwing cards and having his idols being card tricks, and the slobbering dog, the junkyard dog, which started in a whole different design with a bobbing head. It ended up being one of our most complex characters with blend shapes and really great idol of like chomping on a bone. And then at the top, or actually the lower levels, you'll see we call it Dog with Stick, which is totally a play on the thiefy dog sneaking around and how the idea of this big, cumbersome guy being able to walk so agile with the big stick. And then also the final one, which is you see up in the top level, which is we call him Polly Shackles. And that's a jailbird, and he originally was a woman with a purse, and we found it too offensive, so we had to redesign. We're like, what are we gonna do? We have to redesign with the same gameplay mechanics, and we came up with different ideas, like maybe it'd be an Elvis impersonator with a microphone, but the whole idea of the thin string was too hard for a player to see, and the microphone really wasn't that big of an object. And then luckily Travis came up with the idea that it'd be great for it to be a jailbird, him throwing his ball and chain, and it ended up being a really strong element. It's with the big ball at the end and a thick chain. It's really fair for a player to jump it and also know when it's dangerous. So it ended up being a real win-win.
A lot of the other game game design stuff that's in this world besides the sign came out of brainstorming sessions with the people who were going to, like people like Suzanne and Karen and Dev, who were going to be directly involved in how this level was going to get fleshed out. So like the cars with the clues on them that drop away when you come off of them, I think that was Dev's idea, and having the sign, like the big bone that crashes through the wall and everything like that. So it was one of our better, very collaborative efforts.
Definitely.
Nice. To that one.
Would you look at that ugly mug?
I am, and I find it infinitely fascinating.
Huh?
My X-ray detection devices reveal that a secret elevator to Mugshot's penthouse is contained within that giant head.
So how do we get in?
Behind this locked wall, there's a lever that summons the elevator. But you need all 7 keys to open it up.
I'm on it.
So this level is very special for me, like very special to me, and I'll explain why. This level was my first introduction to Sly, in a sense. So I went over to a friend's house one day when I was very little, like 6 years old, something like that, if you want to call that very little, and they were on this level, and I thought it was so cool while I was watching. This was like this level holds a lot for me. Just bringing back that memory was the only time I went to that friend's house. It was like sometime in autumn, if I remember right. Yeah, it was autumn, because it was before I started asking for Sly for Christmas. And I can just remember the day getting darker as we played, despite it not being that like laid out. School wasn't going for that long, but I was making friends with some of the people at the time. But yeah, simpler times. Yeah, I know my memory's kind of weird, but that's just how it is. There's no rhyme or reason for how it works that way, and I wish I knew. because I think it would be great if I could use practical things. That way, like, I don't have so much trouble doing some things, but, I mean, the memories are nice, the ones I have. The nice ones, anyway. Area of the level that you don't really have any reason to quit. It's just here, you end up falling down somehow. Kind of a weird place for a park, though, don't you think? There's no way to reach up here normally. Just a rooftop park. This part worries me because you only get one shot to get these ones. Nice. I also just got an achievement a few moments ago. A trophy. I'm just going to start calling it achievements since every other place does, and that's the only place. PlayStation's the only thing that doesn't. So, yeah, I just got one 2 minutes ago, or a few seconds ago. That was pretty much break as many glass panes as you can in level, like all of them. Missing one. I think I know where it is.
I could have broken this code in my sleep. The combination is 565.
Oh, I know which one this is because I just got achievement for it.
Oh yeah, this will come in handy. It's Suzanne Cooper's notes pertaining to water safety. With this knowledge under your belt, you won't have to waste a charm whenever you fall into water.
Kind of glad they made an achievement for that level. It's just, you hear people talk about the other ones in this stage, but just not this stage. I say, this world, I guess. This is easy. Okay, I'll go back for the commentary now. This is my first time hearing all the commentary, so this is pretty cool. Do that because I missed my opportunity to do the level commentary.
This level started with just experimenting with the field of view of the camera. It's a lot more extreme and more kind of fish-eyed lens than any other level in the game. And once that was in, it was like, well, this is very much like Vertigo, you get this feeling of vertigo from being high and seeing the ground below you. So that's when I just tried to make the design be like this, the sides of the building or a skyscraper as they're going up.
Yeah, and we ended
help
up
motivate them.
Yeah, we ended up doing it on the inside, kind of the hotel, sort of in a kind of an atrium or a courtyard. In theory, we invented these bouncers. This was actually the first place in the game that we had used, in this case, an awning, but anything that would bounce sly upwards, and really started to tune and play with that gameplay about, how high should they each bounce and what's the right amount to give the player control while he's in the air. And really the combination, I think, of the unique camera angles and a huge amount of bouncing on things and jumping up and down on things really kind of defines the concept for this level. It presents some good challenges. Once it sort of took on this retro feel, kind of playing like a 2D side-scroller. Our producers at Sony even, kind of took us to task once or twice about how retro that felt. But the retro feel also had a big impact on the kinds of NPCs we could use in this level.
Oh, definitely.
Because you needed an NPC that could work well in a really confined space. And in fact, the original design for the ball and chain NPC had him swinging the ball in the wrong hand for this level, and we had to change him so that he would be comfortable with his right side up against walls. From a secondary standpoint, I thought that the introduction of the air conditioners was a good idea because it was this sort of skill element that required you to pay attention. And
right. It was one of the few really leftover in terms of mechanics from some early designs for the game, where there are these things called break falls, where you would, it was like the air conditioners where each one you hit, it would fall away. So it was very much the environment's kind of getting destroyed and your choices are getting limited as you're going. So you have to do it, pretty much do it right the first time.
Yeah, the stealth sections, these were some of the earlier sections to use the duck and to use cameras fairly heavily. I thought pretty successfully in this case. You get some different looks that you see elsewhere in the game. And the last section in the bedrooms, sort of the bouncers go up through the ceilings, which was kind of a fun change. Gave us some real sense of three-dimensionality as you kind of pass through the floors. That was a fun change. And then the big finish, the precarious big finish, where you have to sneak out onto the sign. I don't know, all in all, a pretty successful level.
Oh? Okay, that was weird. Kind of funny how they said that Sony took them, that got a little on their case for that level, because of how 2D it felt. But yeah, I always thought that level was cool. Like, it really does feel like you're in like an alleyway, how everything is all set up. I mean, after the first two corners, there's like chain link fences, there's junkyard dogs, there's trash everywhere. It really does give that feel. This one is, which one is this again? Right, last one. Oh, it's the message. Okay, but I'll answer it after. Alright, well, before we do this one, let's take a shot at a Rocky Starts time trial. This one hopefully won't be too bad, but I have a feeling I'm going to eat my words on that one. Stuck on the rocks. Speediest Thievius. I just got the Master Thief. Jesus, keep doing that. Master Thief Sprint achievement. That's awesome, though. Kicking butt. I'm gonna go back to that level, play through it one more time, obviously for the commentary. As per usual, I'm going to mute my mic during it.
So the second approach of the game, this was touched by a lot of people too.
Yeah, originally it was a huge junkyard that you were navigating through.
Yeah.
It was really confusing for the player to know where they needed to go and what was a wall and what wasn't, because everything was equally interesting.
Right.
As it was just piles and piles of trash.
Like some breakables, but some not. And it was really sort of dissatisfying to play.
And then it sort of morphed into this mesa thing, primarily to define space that you could and could not walk on. As the player would progress in towards Mesa City, you get more of that kind of abandoned desolate, not so much junkyard feeling, but ghost town vibe.
Definitely.
As you went from no man-made structures, and then you find a shack, and then you get to like a house, and then a building, and then multiple buildings, and then this sort of subway terminal,
Right.
all of which are progressively denser and denser kind of urban images.
So in this level, you've got the stick guy, you've got
guy.
the dog, the leash dog.
Oh yeah, there's 4 actually that I did in this level. There's
Yeah.
the stick guy, there's the card thrower, there's the bulldog on the leash, and there's the jailbird dog.
What do you call you have kind of pet names for all the
Yeah, I have
NPCs?
names for him because I hate calling him stick guy and
What?
stuff. So
You don't like Stick Guy?
I don't like stick guy. I'd rather call him Gorgeous Lou.
Gorgeous Lou.
Gorgeous Lou is the stick guy. The card thrower is Inkspot Jackson, Dalmatian obviously. The bulldog I never had a name for. Because I think the bulldog was actually, I didn't do the bulldog. I just helped on the animation, but I didn't design it. But, and then Polly Shackles is the jailbird dog.
Who has the best idol of any NPC in the game? Trying to gnaw through his chain.
That's pretty good.
Ball and chain.
Very on theme.
Very much.
It's always cool when the NPC is showing you what he's going to be doing to you through his idol, so you get a sense what his weapon will be. Those are always more successful. Both those guys do it pretty well. Oh, this level features maybe the coolest security setup of them all, where you have that kind of checkerboard on the floor with the floor sensors and the sweeping lasers. And it looks like you're a goner. There's no way in the world anyone could ever get through this. And you can totally get through it, but the thing is, because the security devices have to sense you before they become dangerous, you can practically run through the whole thing and live for it. Live, but you'll be fine. But it looks just overwhelmingly tough. And I mean, in a lot of ways, that was our goal in the whole game, was to give the perception of crazy difficulty and make it very doable, so that you got that feeling you had done something exceptional and that Sly was a really exceptional thief.
Really exceptional thief that he rolls around like this. Alright. So that only leaves us with one more level for this episode. Alright, here we go.
Yuck, these rooftops are filthy. Well, they are the only way to get to the key, since my locator tells me it's in a jewel case somewhere near Mugshot's penthouse.
Well, look who just walked into my crosshairs. Sly Cooper.
About time you showed up, Miss Fox. Was getting worried about you. Thought you took a wrong turn somewhere back in Paris.
The only one making wrong turns is you, Sly. I'd suggest you surrender before I paralyze you with my good friend, the shock pistol.
Now see, a girl whose best friend's a firearm's got issues. A little dinner, a little dancing. I think I can help you out.
Sounds romantic. As long as you don't mind dining in jail.
Nah, I hear the service is lousy.
Once I catch you, you'll know for yourself.
Yeah, you can't do smoking in games either because that's a tobacco reference, and that also brings the age rating up. So.
Good thing I know Navajo code talk. Try 532.
This guy's hot speed.
Aha! It's Sir Andrew Cooper's thief replica technique. He used to make fake stand-ups of himself to confuse guards into attacking the wrong thing. Use the triangle button to put together a fake Sly Cooper.
They're put together, but it's actually like a painstaking process you have to do. A mini game each time you want to deploy one. It'd be pretty funny.
You can't run forever.
Alright, final Master Thief challenge. Jesus, I need to stop doing that. Master Thief challenge for this run. For this episode, so. I did not get another achievement that time either, one where you have to play through the whole level without like falling or taking damage. I kept doing that so much, as you saw. But hopefully it'll be easier now when I don't have to collect clues at the same time. Was doing good. I screwed up the end. Okay. Good top. Oh. The perfect date. That's the achievement I just got. Alright. Once more, just for the commentary, and then we're gonna go fight the boss. Because we've got everything.
I started working on this pretty much the day after I saw the movie and I was pretty interested in the funky rooftop scenes they had in that film and the landscape created by those rooftops. This was the first level that we made that featured the Inspector Carmelita Fox, and it was a real challenge figuring out the gameplay mode for her because we wanted to have this cop character in the game that sort of made more concrete the fact that you were a thief and that chased you, but at the same time we didn't want to do a chase situation similar to the games where there was somebody behind you and you were running down screen.
Yeah, we wanted to have something where where it didn't involve as much memorization, where it involved a fair amount of reactionary stuff rather than having to memorize the environment. Yeah, this was a particularly challenging level to get sort of cameras done correctly as well as behavior because we had to focus on two different characters at once and we had to deal with it from pretty strange camera angles. There's a lot of change, so this was definitely a test for doing the camera angles.
It's weird for the cameras in particular because Carmelita needs to be on screen, Sly needs to be on screen, Carmelita's shock missiles need to be on screen, as well as all the areas that Sly needs to jump to or climb on need to be on screen. So you have all these requirements. And at the same time, you don't want to have the camera bonking into like chimneys or pipes or what have you. So if you look at how all the rooftops are laid out, the tallest elements will be at the point on the roof farthest away from the area in which the camera travels. And that's totally on purpose so that you won't be occluding your vision of Carmelita or where you need to go.
Yeah, in this one, it's more sort of the upper left corner of each building. So what inspired Carmelita?
Carmelita is a composite of two characters. Well, the first thing, right, is that we just wanted to have somebody saying, hey, Sly, you're a thief. Because otherwise, you're not really making off with a lot of money here. You're stealing a lot of keys and you're stealing back your Phoebus Raccoomogoocus from other thieves. So unless we had a law enforcer telling you explicitly you are breaking the law, it didn't really seem like you were breaking the law, which you are. Anyhow, Carmelita is the product of really wanting to combine two characters. One is this inspector character from the series, Zen, who is a detective that hounds you, and it's pretty standard, right? It's sort of like Javert and Jean Valjean. A lot of these, works of fiction that are about a criminal character have this tireless cop that hounds them all the time and their relationship. And the second character that we were pretty overtly riffing on was this federal marshal and a bank robber, and they fall in love, but they can't be in love because they're on opposite sides of the law. So Sly and Carmelita, they have that thing kind of going on where she is both his true nemesis and love interest at the same time.
I'm gonna hunt you down, Cooper. You can't run forever.
Hey, I swore on Mugshot's turf. I'm like debating if I should do another episode after this or not. Boss time. Last call.
What? My boys have been yapping about some big mysterious dude running around cracking skulls and this is it? You're the monkey wrench in my operation? Some scrawny rat with a stick. Hey, wait a second. I seen that stick before.
Maybe when my father knocked your block off with it.
Your father? Wow! You're a Cooper? You know that Thingus Raccoomogoocus had a lot of nice pictures, but way too many big words.
So you don't mind just handing it over?
What, are you kidding? You break into my place, steal my stuff, trash the joint. I feel transgressed and violated. Let's rock!
I do like rock. Here's a scratch.
My beautiful gun is destroyed! Good thing I got a spare upstairs. Impossible. A little pipsqueak like you beating a big, strong bruiser like me? It ain't right. You want all of that stupid picture book? You're gonna have to go down to Haiti and cross paths with Miss Ruby. And then believe you me, you don't want to be you.
The mugshot section of the Thievius Raccoomus contained an entry from my gunslinging ancestor, Tennessee Kid Cooper. His specialty was the rail walk and rail slide, moves perfected through a lifetime of theft in the Old West. Getting out of town proved to be a little more challenging than getting in. Having just missed us, Inspector Fox went for the next best thing and dragged that canine steroid case off to jail. That was the end of Mugshot's gambling empire, and Mesa City's citizens soon returned home. While me and the boys, well, we enjoyed the rest of our stay in America, and then returned to Paris, ready for our next mission.
I figured out a way to get us to Haiti. Oh. I figured out a way to get us to Haiti. Oh.
Was my mic on mute the whole time there? Okay, so basically what I was saying was, I'm thinking of doing like another episode tomorrow.
I figured out
Instead.
a way to get us to Haiti.
Because yeah, I've got things I like to see my family tonight. So, but I'm doing good so far. I've gotten 11 of the Master Thief sprint challenges done, and I only needed 10, but I'm going for them all this time. And also, hey, feel bad ending the stream since you apparently just got here. But, yeah. Is there anything? Yeah, I'm doing good.
I figured out a
So
way to
tomorrow
get us to
is going to
Haiti.
be this, and then it's going to be this. So, but yeah, we'll end there for now. Believe me, I'd like to start episode 3 right off the bat. I'd love to do it, but I have things I'd like to do first. So, but until next time, everybody, take care, and thank you for watching. See you next game.